The United States of Captain America, issue number 1. So Captain America's in a weird place right now, mainly because the movies have introduced a bunch of new potential Captain Americas that aren't Steve Rogers. So we kind of need to fill the void in that world in the comic books because Steve's the main one, but he's not in the movies anymore. So let's get everybody back in their cap suits to fill the void. Do I think this book exists solely because we had Falcon and Winter Soldier premiere? Kind of. But I think they did a lot of interesting stuff in this. And I want to say this before we get into it. I don't want to hear any negative talk about any of the characters that have been introduced or are going to be introduced in the comments. If I see it, I'm deleting the comments and I'm hiding you from the channel. Like, there is a lot this book is trying to say, and if you don't like the idea of a political Captain America book, then you do not understand the character of Captain America. You do not understand what this book is trying to say or what the character represents. So, I won't put up with any intolerance in this. Okay? Knock it off. I'm serious, though. So we open up this book, we're getting some narration from Steve Rogers, it's great. And basically, he's talking about the American dream and kind of what it means. And it's a very fascinating idea. I think this is exactly where you should go with a modern interpretation of Cap. He is from that era where it's like a little bit before like the hippie movement, like 20 years before that, like the World War II era where it's like the white picket fence, that classic Americana that everyone dreams about. That is his era. He was born in that era. That is what he grew up believing is the American dream, that anybody can have it. In reality, that is not true. Not everybody can have the American dream. Not everybody's able to live that life and have that luxury. And Steve's starting to realize that this country, maybe that idea never existed. You know, he calls back to like this word in German that means like a longing for nostalgia or for a place that had never been. And he's starting to realize maybe his America that he was sworn to protect and fight for was never actually what existed to begin with. You know, we had this idea that these immigrants could come to our country and they could have prosperous lives. But is that true? Has that really been what happened? And he's starting to see maybe the world that I thought this country was supposed to be, it never really was. And because of that, people are easy to blame you for the faults of it. So he's like looking at these flashbacks of things that happened in his life, these events where people can see how you interpret things because Captain America is a representation of America. There's things like this guy wearing a Captain America t-shirt, yelling at this woman, assuming that idea that because he's a symbol of America, America is the way that America is now, and Captain America represents that, you know, wholeheartedness, the white person superiority complex of America. You see people burning down the Captain America suit probably because he stands for something they don't believe in. There's this really interesting idea at play here. And that's kind of what you want from a Captain America book. I don't know what you're going into Captain America for, but you want it to be politics and espionage stories. That is the point of the character. That is why you'd want to get into him. So I don't understand why people would be upset that there's politics in a book about a guy who's the American flag. It's weird to me. But as Steve is having this thought in his head, some weird Captain America wannabe crashes into his house and steals his shield and just bursts out of the room. And he's like, okay. He calls Sam. He's like, some guy just stole my shield. I was thinking about putting it in the Smithsonian, but some guy just took it. So we're just out on patrol now with Sam and Steve, the two most notable Captain Americas. They're trying to find this guy. They locate him. He's headed to like the train tracks. They're trying to figure out how to stop him that way. This guy's fast and he's dangerous. We don't reveal who this guy is, which I think is kind of a bold move. I'm like, okay, I thought maybe we'd see like some secret thing happening there, but this guy throws the shield, this train, and it gets off course, and things look like the train's going to start collapsing in on itself, and the people on board are going to get hurt. So Steve and Sam try to stop it. They save the people inside, and it's just a really fun thing. So they see like this kid who could potentially be the villain. They see a guy holding a shield, and they're like, oh, this is probably the guy that stole my shield. But no, this is one of the new characters that is being introduced in this book. He's one of the new Captain Americas. He's Aaron Fischer. And again, if you have anything negative to say about this character, don't say it, because there is not enough to say in terms of like if he's good or bad. This is his first appearance, and so far this character has proven to be something interesting. He represents an idea that makes sense for a universe that has Captain America. You can interpret that logo, that flag, however you want, and you can become something because of it. So we get a little bit of information that, you know, Aaron Fischer here, he rides the rails, he helps out these people who might be in trouble as they're trying to escape some things. It's pretty interesting stuff. He's like, I dressed up as Captain America because it inspires people, and it inspired me to do it. And he's like, it's pretty cool. I'm talking to 2 Captain Americas here, and I would like to help you guys whatever I can. So basically, it's like, we don't know who the guy is that took the shield or anything like that, but we see that there's like a laser dot coming for Aaron, and Steve tackles him, and we see that there's like a female assassin up in the sky trying to kill him, but she manages to evade. And we see that Aaron almost got hurt, but he's okay now, but somebody is trying to kill him. And this is where we kind of reveal that there's like a whole network of different Captain Americas across the United States. And we saw some of them in the promotional materials. They all look really cool. I think that's exciting. And we see like, okay, maybe we're going to have a Captain America adventure. So we cut to the next day. Steve and Sam are just talking, having some coffee and donuts. And it's like, we're probably going to have to go on like a road. We're probably going to have to go on like a road adventure. You're going on a road trip, I should say, across America, find these network of Captain Americas, and make sure none of them get killed. We're going to have to call in some old Captain America pals to do it, probably. It's a Captain America family adventure. I'm like, that's pretty cool. That's a fun idea. I like that a lot, and it's pretty interesting stuff. We also learned that Aaron just kind of ditched them, and he went off on his own after he got help. It's like, okay, Sam's going to be suiting up as Captain America, and the 2 of them are going to be going on a trip to figure out who's attacking these other Captain Americas. And that's where that part of the story ends, but because this is a special, we do get a little more information on Aaron Fischer. He gets his entire own backup. We see he's this kid who kind of grew up on the streets. He went against his parents and just struck out on his own. He's living in like this homeless camp, and he was inspired by seeing the Sam Wilson Captain America that he's like, I want to help people, so I'm going to try to do what I can there. The homeless camp that people were staying at that he knows was suddenly like evicted, and like Roxxon is going to be building a location there. So he's trying to help these displaced people get their lives back on a track that they at least can sustain. And it's pretty compelling stuff, honestly. It's just really nice to see this. So he attacks the Roxxon people, and doing and so he's like, okay, I got to build up myself to be a better person. This is where he meets Adrian, who we find out is going to be his boyfriend, his ex-boyfriend by the time of the events of Captain America at the beginning of the book. So they just go to the Roxxon facility, and they're like, okay, I'm going to paint my shield, I'm going to become a Captain America, and I'm going to do the right thing by these people and take out these soldiers, stop Roxxon from doing the wrong thing. And he's going to ride the rails with his boyfriend Adrian, and it's going to be a fun time. And I'm like, yeah, this is cool. I'd read more of this. I like this. You know, Aaron is a very interesting idea of a character, and I like it. It's just fun. Captain America is like Superman. You can have numerous people inspired by the logo, by the character itself, and have that interpreted into different ways. I don't understand why people would complain about this or not like the idea. Captain America is supposed to represent anybody's version of America, and that could be numerous different people, and I think that is a really cool thing to see. This issue was really fun. You know, Christopher Cantwell's a guy I always enjoy when he writes a book, and the fact that he's doing a mini-series here about Captain America is very cool. It's just an enjoyable read, and I think this really solidified, like, we can have a whole team of Captain Americas that could all represent different things about the country, and it works well. And just seeing the way that Cantwell and Steve Rogers is reacting to the modern America idea of Americana and that white picket fence lifestyle, it's a beautiful story, and I think it's very compelling. So I think check this out. Go into this with an open mind if you are somebody who's already hating on it for no reason. There's a lot to like in here. It's a great representation of all your favorite Caps, and it's introducing a really cool idea for the Captain America character that I thoroughly enjoy. This is going to be one I think that we'll look back on in a couple years and just be like, that's a really cool idea. I hope they play with it more because there's a lot to love. So, the United States of Captain America, issue number 1, I am going to give an 8 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, good luck.